Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Whatever time it is in your location. Hello. Sounds. Hello there, my friend. Anybody home? Maybe not. Can you hear me? Can you see me? God bless you and welcome to the channel. Give me some feedbacks if you can hear and you can see me. Everything walking good your side? Yes, maybe. And this is the link for everybody to call just in case. I'm here for the people as per usual. Giving the people the opportunity to talk, express yourself. And it's free of charge. The link is there, provided to you, my friends. First of all, say hi to us and give us some feedbacks. That is the most important. And then we can start talking. Hello, my brother. Connection from Cameroon. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Everything is good. Not too loud, not too soft, not too boring. Nice to see you, Mr. William. CJ William from Cameroon. Nice to see you here, my brother. Thank you so much. Smash that like button. And let's help other people to come and join us. I know it's very, very late in Cameroon right now. I don't know what time it is, but it could be probably 12 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock or something like that. But in my country, it's still time to kill. Still a lot of time here, bro. A lot of time. The sounds is good. Good. Mr. Chidi or Chidi. Okechukwe. Chukwemeka. This is Chukwemeka's brother. Hello. You have the same sounds, the same kind of names like my other brother Chukwemeka. You know him? Chuku. The bowler, absolute bowler. He's gonna dominate the world of football in the next coming years. Remember the name, Chukwemeka. You know what I mean? All right, people. So nice to see you. Hopefully you are doing good or you are relaxing already or whatever time it is. So I'm here to give you the opportunity to talk. Otherwise, I was going to make just a video and post it. So this is your time. Ask questions or come here, talk to us. The link is there, been provided. And I have a poll that's been going on asking you if you have to choose one, if you are a Chelsea fan, of course, because here we are not only Chelsea fans. If you are a Chelsea fan and you have to choose just one, to make just one signing before the end of this window, who will be your choice? Just one. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, or I don't know, whoever you want. Somebody else, probably. Gusto. Melo Gusto or something. You let us know what your choice is going to be if you have to choose one person only to sign for Chelsea, because it looks like it's going to be very complicated. So what people don't understand is if Chelsea decides to go with a bag of money, 120 million cash, it needs to be cash, no negotiations, no payment, okay? You don't tell me to pay in 5 years. No. It's a release clause. You pay cash money in my account and I give you the player. So you pay 120 million euros and then you have to pay about 40 million euros in tax and and fee and all that. So not only 120, so it could cost Chelsea about 160 million altogether for the package in one player. One player that never played in the Premier League, and we all discovered him during the World Cup. He's a very, very good player, still need to improve. But is he really worth that kind of money? That is the question that people just got opinions. So get in the comment section down below and let us know, who do you think who are you gonna choose? Okay, in the meantime, the other guy been valued at 100 million. Listen, Moises Caicedo for 100 million. So imagine the young N'Golo Kante when we bought him from the Foxes, Leicester City. In this day and age, how much N'Golo Kante was going to cost Chelsea Football Club? Chelsea got him for 34 million back then. And Caicedo is going to cost 100 million. That is a little expensive. Let's be honest here. Mr. Paulinus said that this is 12:32 midnight a.m. in Cameroon. Oh, wow. Yeah, Mr. Chidi said that I went for Enzo. Enzo is the game changer, according to Mr. Chidi. Yeah, we're gonna respect your opinion. Munaisa, Enzo Fernandez and Kone will make sense at this point for me. Kone is a similar profile to Thomas Partey. Okay. Yeah, I had the opportunity to do some research on Kone when we were linked with him. He looks really good. He looks good. But because Moises Caicedo is wanted by the manager and he's proven in the Premier League, I think that is the reason why Chelsea are determined to get him. But I think even Kone can get the job done. All I want is to see a new structure in the midfield, because I'm sick and tired of what we got right now. Kudus and Enzo Fernandez. Mohamed Kudus is the guy from Ghana, right? He plays for Ajax. That's the guy. I don't know if it's it could be already too late. Only a few days to go until the end of the transfer window. If you have to go for Kudu, and then Ajax need to find a replacement, and you all know that it's Chelsea Football Club. They're going to demand 100 million. It's going to be just another nightmare to get somebody, really. Hey, Tragic TV, nice to see you, my brother. Are you already in Virginia? Did you leave California? Oh, what? Florida. Did you leave Florida? You are in Tempest, right? Tempest, Florida. Are you already in Virginia? I'm happy for you, man. You have to go to Virginia, the land of virgins. A lot of virgins over there, and because it says a lot of issues there down in Florida. With all the time you have to run for your life because of storms and all kind of tornadoes and stuff. But nice to see you here, my brother. Kenny14 said that there is actually no point paying 100 million for Caicedo when we have Andrey Santos. Yeah, that is a very good point. Very, very good point, though. Because if you look at the South American under 20s, there is a they are playing over there, and probably Brazil might win it because they are doing very good. Andrey Santos is a leader. If you look at the motivation speech that he gave yesterday before the game, you are like, man, this is a 19 years old looking like a 25 years old or something. He's a captain, he's a leader, and you can tell that if you give him a chance, he's going to perform. So that is a good point. The only problem we have here is that he doesn't have the work permit yet. Probably with this South American tournament, it could give him more points in order for him to have the work permit in the UK. So let's wait and see after the tournament if something is going to happen. But yeah, Andrew Santos is a very, very good shout. And Caicedo, right? So what the point of buying those kids and not giving them a chance? I don't know. Because we want to win now and we are not sure about the kid. They have to develop slowly and surely. Hello, Mr. Julio. It's now 1:37 in Namibia. Okay, what town are you? Are you from Windhoek, Namibia, or another city in Namibia? I've been in Namibia, by the way. It was quite an adventure. We went to Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls, and then we went to Namibia. Beautiful country. We saw all kinds of animals. We had a lot of fun over there, man. A lot of fun. We started in Durban, South Africa, and stuff like that. Tragic said that he's already in Virginia. Thank you so much. Mr. Mabil 100 said that Caicedo for 100. How true is this? Nobody knows. Nothing is true or confirmed here. But there are some close sources there saying that they want more than 75 million. And today we had Dukan Castle say that they value him at 100 million. So Ben Jacobs is very, very close to Caicedo and also very, very close to Todd Bowley. So he knows what he's talking about. He's been talking about more than 75 million without really being specific. He always say more than 75. And today we heard that he's valued at 100 million. Nobody knows the truth. Nobody really knows what is the exact amount. Let me check on Duncan Castle. If I can find him, I don't know. Duncan. I think Duncan. I don't know how even it's Duncan, huh? Yeah, he's the guy who I don't even know how to spell it. It's the Castle. Can't find him, but I'm gonna find it at some point. So he came up with the crazy news about Chelsea need to pay 100 million. That is a lot of money, man. I'm ready now to say no, forget about it, because Kante is coming back. We have Casadei that we can use. We have also Zakaria who is coming back. We can cop until the end of this season. I think Chelsea should be fine, you know. We should be fine. So people, feel free to join me, because I am here for you, for the people. So the link being provided there, it's pinned on top of the chat, so you can just click and come join us. Let's have a conversation. Okay, you can join me free of charge. I'm trying to find something here. So, yeah. So let me double check from this guy here. So this is he's a good guy. He's in the media. He works for the Times, and he said Brighton value Moises Caicedo at 100 million after rejecting Chelsea offer. Will not sell this January window. So the price is just to push Chelsea away and say, if you want him, you have to overpay. So I don't even think that he worth 50 million. I think his real value is between 40 million to 35. I don't know. But it's the Premier League. It's a Premier League proven. There is nothing you can do about it. Still has maybe 3 years on his contract. So you want the player, you pay the money. That's it. Okay. Thank you everybody for stopping by. If you can help me get 100 likes before I leave, I much appreciate it. It doesn't cost us anything, my friend. It's just going to take you 1 second to do it. Thank you so much. You guys are brilliant. Let's get there. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Let me read a few more comments here. That's why I'm here. I'm already in Virginia with your dad. Okay. Kone is a proper DM and will not be expensive for me. Then get Enzo Fernandez, who will work very well alongside Kone. Then get Gusto and watch Klopp cry more. Yeah, everybody is crying about Chelsea spending money, as if they don't spend money at all. We just being brutal. We just want to build very quickly. We don't want to wait. So it doesn't mean that we are wasting money. We're just being smart. It seems hurricane season never ended. Yeah. This is now 3 a.m. in Nigeria. Oh my goodness. Ali, long time. Ali, unmute yourself. Ali Baba.
Yeah, I'm here. It's been a while since we met.
Yeah. Been a while.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, nothing is new. It's just like Chelsea. Football is still cooking the meal. I'm loving life as a Chelsea fan, even though the results are not going well at the season.
You have some issues with your audio. We can't really hear you properly. I don't know if it's my fault or yours, but can you double check on your mic?
Let me check.
Okay, so Kenny said that, what do you think about Ziyech changing his position from winger to midfield? Well, he did the same thing at Ajax. He's not like stuck on one position from the wing. He also can play as a number 10 in that free role, you know, slightly from the right-hand side. So that is his zone. Nothing really changes. It just using him properly. You know what I mean? And the role that he been given in the team. If you look at how good he was lately, so that is not like changing really his position. That he operates better in that region. But Chelsea don't know how to use him, and he wasted 3 years of his career sitting on the bench. Sometimes injured, but the managers didn't know how to use him. Chelsea should sign Enzo or Caicedo this window and give them long contract, because UEFA is changing the law in summer, so we might struggle. Okay. Jesse March is trying to sign Weston McKennie. Yeah. McKennie is not wanted by Juventus anymore, so I think Leeds United are gonna be USA FC. Jesse March is the guy that I want to take the national team when he's done with Leeds United. He need to make Leeds United like a stable Premier League team. So far, it's been difficult. The first season, it was always going to be difficult to replace somebody like Marcelo Bielsa, fans' favorite, with different kind of players, overcoached and all that. To change the philosophy is going to be always difficult. But now, slowly and surely, Jesse Marsh is implementing his style and getting his own players, so which is going to be good. So if McKennie join Leeds United, yeah, why not? I don't know if for him it's gonna be like downgrading, from Juventus, Champions League and all that, and come to fight for relegation in the Premier League. I don't know if that's what he wants. But sometimes you have to go back, right? You have to take a step back before. Ali, but you're not speaking, brother. What's going on? Are you still there, or are you still fixing your audio?
I'm here.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah, I just saw like the latest news on the Twitter that I heard that last week Caicedo was worth around 70 mil, 60 to 70 mil, and all of a sudden Chelsea are interested. It's like 100 mil. Have you seen the news? I just saw like a few hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, the player is ready to move to Chelsea, but like I said, if Chelsea come knocking the door, the price is gonna be twice or three times, because we know they know that we are desperate, and we are splashing money. We spend a lot of money on Koulibaly, Lukaku. We don't care. We spent 300 million last summer for no reason, really. There is no real impact. Anybody? Yeah, I can say Chukwuemeka because he's his kid, and you can see what he can offer. But beside him, nobody else. We bought a bunch of dead wood because we went for shortcut. With that kind of money, we were going to build a great team. Look at us now. We can't even get rid of those players anymore. So everybody knows now. Everywhere we go, it's just okay. Pay the money or just go. So, but I don't really think that we should spend 100 million on Caicedo. I'm sorry. Kante is coming back. We have Caicedo. We have Andrey Santos. We have Zakaria. We can even play Hall from the midfield. Chalobah is a midfielder his entire career. We can always find a solution from the midfield. But there is some mindset in the Chelsea community that we don't have anybody. It's only Jorginho and Kovacic. We don't have anybody. Just because we never try something different. We can find different combinations that can help us do the job. But even the manager don't have any kind of thinking outside the box here and say, you know what, I'm going to try something different here. It's always Jorginho need to be there because we have nobody. Who told you that we have nobody? The lack of ideas, probably not smart enough to figure out what to do. And think about it. If Jorginho was injured and Kovacic injured at the same time and Kante was injured, what was going to be our solution? Just think about it. We were going to try something, right? So why not try something now that we are struggling? Victor said that all he cares about is getting rid of Jorginho and even Kovacic this summer. Felix, ABC? Rest will be Stifford with Jorginho as the pivot. Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna buy out the loan deal for the Carrier?
You think that we're gonna take the buy option because we have a buy option? I wish we can take that option because the guy is just more than a midfielder. If you look at how much help he's giving our defender, like defensive work, he will put the last minute tackle to help us not concede. He will help even in the opposition box try to score a goal. The guy is so good everywhere you put him. So he's more than just a midfielder who will pass the ball backward and sideways all the time. He is a complete player. That is a Zakaria guy. So I don't know why we're not giving him I don't know. But for me, yes, I will give him a contract at Chelsea Football Club, sign him 25 million only, while people like Caicedo are costing 100 million, So we have solutions. Yeah, go on.
I think we should just offer like Caicedo 66, 65 million plus add-ons, and if they say no, we just gotta move on. Like, we're setting the standards so high that in the future we're gonna make it very difficult for ourselves.
I agree. We have to draw the line at some point because it's getting too crazy. Everybody wants too much money from us. Probably it's time for us to start coaching and trusting what we got. Mr. Andrew.
Remember Mudryk, right? When he was linked with Arsenal, it was like they said they wanted like 80 million, and Arsenal they offered 60, they offered 70, and then Chelsea went into the conversation and they said the price tag to 100 million, and we just paid them like it was nothing, which is still gonna cost us in the future. Like everything, like every player that we wanna buy, the price tag is gonna be high no matter the statistics. So we're just putting ourselves in trouble. We might be like happy, like we might be bragging right now, like to the rival fans, laughing, and just because we're hijacking the deals, but this gonna come to bite us back. I'm just like, for the future.
I got your point, my brother. Let me say hi to Mr. Victor. Victor, hi, and the floor is yours.
Hi, Oz, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You've been gone for a while. Probably my fault. My fault too, because I've been switching from different channels. I don't know if you know about the channel that I was trying to push during the World Cup.
Oh, no.
It's called Soccer IQ.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that one.
The other channel, you will see the link in the description somewhere. So if you don't see me here often, you can manually check, and you will see me over there. Yeah, I'm trying to push.
I was like, where has my brother been? I thought you and the Blue Army took a vacation or something.
No, the Blue Army, they're good.
All right, so it's good to have you back here, and I mean the thing is this, that you know me and my attitude towards our spending. It is known throughout the football world. It's unacceptable. It's unsustainable. There is no player that we can go easily sneak in and get for under 50 million anymore.
No,
everybody is now charging us a lot more money because they know we want these players who half the time they have not even been proven. Now I saw Mudryk, and everybody is raving about the one. I mean, you could tell. I've seen his previews online, and he is a fast player. The thing is, he doesn't just run with like his head is cut off like what we got in the German guy that went back. So he at least
Timo Werner.
Timo Werner. He at least is able to control the ball. He's able to control the game, and he seems like he'll be a great access to us. But sometimes I wonder. I mean, like we were all talking about Zakaria. Zakaria is a good back. He did not play. He was content to sit down for so long. And if you want somebody to back somebody up in the midfield, he is your guy. And then you get the main guy, right? And even the main guy, can we just use players that we have? You want to tell me that this Enzo guy is 80 million more player? I mean, 80 million pounds more player than the midfielders we have now? No. They all will kick the ball. All you have to do is have a good coach that will tell Robin Loftus-Cheek, run with the ball, go in there, try and score, and you'll be a better player, and give them the chances to do that. And do the same with other players. The ones that have been on there for so long, and we know how they're going to play in the name of Jorginho and Kovacic, they're already old. They are not going to change their ways. They've won also cups and stuff. The ones that are young and are hungry, you could mold them and make them better players and save Chelsea some money. It's becoming ridiculous that we're going after these players that are in the columns of 70 million plus. It's a lot of money. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable at all.
Yeah, that the new owners, and if those players are gonna help us get rid of our midfield, everything in the midfield need to be restructured. and then it's okay. And Andrew is asking if we should sell Aubameyang. I don't know who's gonna buy him. That's the big question here. He's not playing, so I think he should go somewhere else. But who is gonna buy him? This is the shortcut option that we took last summer. Instead of going for long term and continuing the philosophy, we went for shortcut and spent 300 million for no reason, really. And Koulibaly also, we need to question Koulibaly if he's gonna accept to be on the bench or he wanna go somewhere else. So, but you have to pay him his money. 5 years contract, doubled his salary from Napoli, so that's also isn't gonna be a problem. At some point, Chelsea need to take an L, a big L, accept the fact that you're not gonna win, and cancel certain contract, pay them some money, let them go because it's gonna be a little bit too much.
Yeah, but it seems like in the Premier League, we are the only team that is taking these losses. 98 million Lukaku, and one coach decides. This coach, I mean, I'm telling you, Tuchel won as a Champions League, right? Out of nothing. But he also caused us a lot of problems. He's the reason why Dave is still at on our roster. Almost double his pay. He is the reason why that a player like Lukaku's caliber was sent back. You could have said to Lukaku, I don't care what kind of interview you've had, you are a player, you cost a lot of money. Lukaku's presence alone, if he didn't even touch the ball for 90 minutes, just being there and pushing people around is way more than Kai Havertz will be able to do in 100 years. And you let Lukaku go and let Kai Havertz stay. And Kai Havertz will score one goal in every 6 games. And he is our striker. And then this coach comes along and he is also using, and that's why I said that this coach doesn't want to step on anybody's. So now he's going to be giving all these players, and he has to actually make sure he manages 30. Now I've counted, there's always 35 players on the roster right now. And we haven't counted the ones that are on loan that are coming in summer. Yeah. But it's a huge problem for a manager with no backbone. This guy cannot make any stiff decision and go out there and defend it because he has no backbone. We don't know his philosophy. We don't know his play style. All the players he left at Brighton are still there, and they are doing very, very well without him. So sometimes I question was it him? Because he doesn't look like a Chelsea player.
Because before him, Brighton was a yo-yo team struggling for relegation every single season. 3 years he took over, completely transformed the team. Both unknown players from South America, from Belgium, here and there, made them world class, and today they are making crazy amount of money because he developed them. So in that point, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt and we give him the credit that he deserves. It's easier for anybody to inherit Brighton than taking over Chelsea Football Club from Thomas Tuchel with all the deadwood that we had. So yeah, they are continuing the job, but it was very easy for the new manager to just come and just continue what the other guy was doing. So in that point, I understand what you mean. But for him not having a backbone, I completely understand that you need to make decisions. But also, you don't wanna get to people's nerves just where you just took over a team and completely change everything just because for the sake of it. It doesn't just happen overnight. So in that point, we have to see.
I agree with you. But the thing is this, that like all the commentary that has been out there about this coach, right? All the commentary is that his decision making has been a little dodgy, right? And I agree with that 100%. It is easier, like you just made the point, and I'll buttress on that right now. It's easier to go and be a coach of Brighton and bring unknown players from God knows where, because they will listen to you. They come in awe. Now, even if these players that Togburley is buying for him are younger, they still come with a price tag that will force him to play them. So in effect, we are still, he seemed like a manager that will need a clean slate, bring players that he will start to mold and make them big and give them big names like he's doing with Caicedo and all of these players, right? But if we are buying £100 million player for him, he has no option but to play him. I feel like that is the same with even Kai Havertz. He could play anybody else, but he has to play Kai Havertz because he's a £72 million player. He doesn't play like that down. So if you are going to populate this team, okay, this team with 100 million plus players, even a left back player of the season last year, Cucurella, is now sitting down in his new team here at Chelsea. So you can see that the Chelsea is full now of almost superstars, regardless of how young or old they are. Is that the kind of team that you want to give to a coach that is known for building teams from scratch when the players are unknown? One point. My second and last point, and I'll let you come in. You know, recently when we played, Manchester City, in his interview, he said it was a privilege to come here and play against Manchester City. A privilege. We were going to Manchester City and beating them. It wasn't a privilege to play Manchester City when you have invested this kind of money. So I feel like it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. This coach and this team have not.
Literally, he's not the Chelsea level. That was
at all. At all.
That was.
And maybe he will get there, but there's a reason why maybe he will get there later on. But there's a reason why Lampard didn't succeed. Because it's not only your coaching acumen. Mm-hmm. There are so many other factors. The caliber of the team, how much money is invested. The commentators will slaughter you if your owners give you this many players with this much price tag, and you are not performing with them because we need to give you time. No way. Nobody's going to give you that time. The commentary will slaughter you in the media. And there is so much that even the dedicated owners will take if we keep losing all our games are so and so, and it's not good enough even with these players. Now, like I said, we don't know what these new players will bring. But if the core is not good, if the spine is not good, we still have the spine the way it is, and there's no all these buy-ins that we've had. Nobody has changed that spine. We are about to give Silva another contract, so he's going to control everything from back there. He's experienced in defense, but in attack he doesn't help much at all. And you know the reason why Manchester City is great is because the game starts from the back. They attack from the back. Watch their game. The back is always passing forward. Silva gets the ball and he walks with it. He walks with it literally. Okay, and then you have him passing to Jorginho. That has not changed in all these signings. We haven't signed anybody to kick Jorginho off the pitch. So if you don't have anybody coming in to replace him and he stays there, we might be forced to extend his contract. And God knows what that will take us. And I have said this on this channel, and I'll continue to say it, that the reason why Chelsea is not industrious is because of that little spine. The ball doesn't move forward because we don't have any real DM. And if it goes through like that and he's always there, we are in trouble. So for me, you can sign all the players you want for the midfield, the attacking midfield. If your defensive midfield and the back there doesn't have the adventurous players that will actually supply the ball, forget it. Felix will be good for 1 or 2 games, but very soon they will bring him down to Felix.
He need to drop very far and try to find the ball himself and dribble. And before even he gets to the opposition box, he's already tired and he's gonna get dispossessed, and people are gonna be on his back and try to sabotage him and criticize him instead of understanding that there is no connection. Nobody is supplying, nobody is connecting the defense and the attack, and our attackers are going to always suffer. So I completely understand that. But to what you said about Thiago Silva and our defense is kind of not, I'm not going to agree with you. Respectfully, I'm not going to agree with you, because I think Thiago Silva is the only guy there that can go home every single day and say, look at himself in the mirror and say that I did my job. And the reason why he's not putting those Hollywood balls that he used to do is like probably nobody is there in front. Nobody is connecting from the from the midfield, but every single time he always tries to do the best he can. And we have another supply from the midfield. If you look at the last few games that Badiashile played, the guy is a real bowler. Like the ball, he can pick the pass from nowhere. So I think the defense is getting better. If we have to complain about the team, I think Thiago Silva need to be the last person really to blame about anything at Chelsea Football Club. And that is just my humble opinion. Let me say hi. We're going to come back to you, Mr. Victor. Let me say hi to Aziz King and then Mr. Alibaba. Ali, you're not saying anything. What do you think about Thiago Silva? Get him out, or the 1-year contract that we just gave him is fair? Are you still there, Ali? Ali, unmute yourself. Alibaba, you've been having some microphone issue from the beginning, but now you're like gone, like you are muted. Aziz, let's go.
Good evening, y'all. It's been a long time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm here every single day. You've been gone. I don't know.
Oh shit!
You fly with your private jet all over the world. So
no,
you just
Chelsea.
leave me.
It's Chelsea, man. Chelsea has weakened me as the coach. Harry Potter has taught me to. I can't even brag with my fellow Man U or Arsenal fans no more. So,
but you see, the problem is the problem we have here is also, we can't always expect us to win. We are not entitled to anything. This is a period that Chelsea fans might just reflect how we support the team, because we are so used to shortcut all the time, win, and banter always in our advantage. But sometimes in life, just like anything, bro, you're going to take a step back before you go forward. So I think after this period of so-called crisis, Chelsea fans might be better fans than before, because they see that, yeah, we are not entitled. Nobody owns us nothing, and we have some time to work very hard for our money. So, I don't know, only the Braves are going to survive, bro.
I don't mean to catch you here because I know it's Azek's turn, but but you see, this is when I get we have worked very, very hard as a Chelsea community to get to where we are. Abramovic spent millions, hundreds of millions of pounds. Yes, we are entitled because we have invested. That is the crux of the matter. The thing is this, that you don't invest all this money, you don't get to the pinnacle and say, okay, you know what, I went down and I'm not entitled to it. Yes, you could entertain some patience, but not when you know. For instance, even the what is it called, the Silva issue that you were just contending with me with. Silva is 38 years old. If Chelsea Football Club's best player on the field for now countless number of games is a 38-year-old man, we are in trouble. And the fans who see the issue are saying that, you know what, we have to correct this issue. This man, he's 38 years, no matter how much of a baller he is, no matter how much of a sweeper he is, if he is doing well, then the entirety of Chelsea's standards are low, period.
But my friend,
you as a fan, wherever you are as a fan, should say, no, we can't stand for this.
No, bro. For me, I respect your opinion. Very respectful about everything everybody will say here. But if I have to play 40 years old players that gives me something on the pitch, I would take them instead of a 20 years old or 25 years old that not giving anything on the pitch. I would keep Thiago Silva and even make him a coach in the future, bro. Listen, Thiago Silva is the least of our worries at the moment.
I'm not saying I am not saying we should bench or not give him. I'm going beyond the head of Thiago Silva here. My argument is not against the fact that, yes, he's been a good player. I've acknowledged that. He's been our best player the last few matches and maybe even further back. I am not saying we should, but the question remains that if Thiago Silva is outperforming all these players on the field, there is a problem at Chelsea. And we all acknowledge that. But, the thing is that when you don't have any DM playing like Jorginho is a star whenever he passes the ball forward, because we are not used to that. But some of us have seen great midfields. Even in the Premier League, we know DMs that are positive in their outlook towards the game. and they help their teams to win all the time. And we have seen the results of this lethargic play between Jorginho and sometimes even Silva stands on the ball. Now, he is great at defending, but advancing the ball starts with these two people most of the time. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying to you that if we have to rely on him because he signed another contract at 39 for him to continue to be the star of the team, we are in trouble.
Yeah, I respect that, but we have also Badiashile who can pass the ball from the back. So we're going to be fine, bro. Don't worry. Bobby is in the house. Let me give the word to other brothers. Bobby, the floor is yours.
Big up, guys. Big up, Orgs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what's being said about Silva. I mean, personally, I'll give him another contract simply because of his example and the aura he brings to the team.
Yep.
I wouldn't play him regularly. We shouldn't be relying on him even now, but I think we've had to rely on him as a matter of emergency, which is partly why we are overhauling the squad and going forward. So giving him a 1-year extension is not a bad thing. However, do you know what I really want to get off my chest today, calling in now?
Yes, sir. Go on.
I am so angry. I'm livid. I am livid. And I think our fan base, instead of attacking each other, we need to now recognize who our true enemies are. The biased media and their establishment clubs, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United. They use the media, manipulate them to create a narrative and to attack Chelsea Football Club, to influence football associations to the point where decisions are made because of Chelsea, vis-a-vis FFP, vis-a-vis this now shortening the contracts to 5 years. Okay, I can see why they're doing it, but hey, let's not pretend. Last summer, Barcelona was exercising financial levers left, right, and center. They were not paying players. And what was the media saying? Oh, this is within the rules. It's okay. It's not against the rules. It's a bit funny. But nobody cared.
Yeah.
Chelsea haven't broken any rules.
No.
They care. Why? Because they want to attack the club. They don't want to see the club strengthen. They don't want to see the club back at the top. They rejoiced when Roman was in trouble. They hoped it will lead to the demise of the club. They hope the club will never get the finances again that they had before. Well, look at you now. How foolish are you? The club has probably 100 times more finances than it had with Roman. And they're financially stronger than they have ever been. And they hate it. They hate it. They screamed and shouted about these long contracts to the point that, wow, UEFA moved really quickly.
Immediately,
to change that law. I am disgusted. I am disgusted. And as a fan base, if we're going to sit back and watch this BS, Barcelona now talking about buying more players. How dare you? You crooks. You're a bunch of crooks. And we should kick off until they are penalized for that crap they did over the summer. How can we sit and take this nonsense?
It's really nonsense.
Day in, day out, we are under attack. People talk about Mason Mount. Let me tell you something. The last thing Mason Mount needs now is any BS about Liverpool coming to buy him, just to add more pressure on the lad. What that boy needs is timeout from the limelight, a little bit of time on the bench, a little bit of recharging his batteries, getting his mojo back, a little bit of playing him more in his right position, and he will get back. And some reality check around him. Stop saying he's all that, all this propaganda and hype around certain players in football. Take him out of all that. He's a good player, but he's not a world beater. He's not a Messi. He can't carry the squad or the team. He could be a Chelsea captain, of course, because he's got the pedigree, he's got the history. He was a Chelsea boy. But is he the best player? Is he a key player? No. Is he a player that has to play every game? No. He's good enough for the club. He should stay at the club, but let's keep it real. So all this stuff always being thrown at the club by this crap media. It's time for us to really turn against it and not drink the Kool-Aid.
I completely understand, really. That is spot on by Bobby Smokey, really. I don't know why people hate us, but Mr. Andrew, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. What do you have to say, brother? Any topic that you want to bring on the table, you know how the show is, right? The show is for the people. They bring their own topics.
Thank you very much for having me, and good evening to you all, gentlemen. I just want to make a quick comment in regards to like the financial fair play and how we've been snitched upon by the other clubs who were complaining. Yeah. You know what? I believe that although this door or this loophole will be closing, I guarantee you these owners have other loopholes that they've probably identified and are going to be falling back on later on in the transfer or during their tenure as owners. They've got that in place. I'm sure they've identified all the loopholes, so they just use one. There's going to be many more other ones coming. And the thing about it as well is that these guys are very smart. And which is... Well,
that's why they are billionaires.
Exactly, they're billionaires. Yeah. And everyone else is trying to play catch up. So we used it. It's going to be closed in the summer. Nobody else will be able to use it, so they can't benefit from it anymore. So we're getting all the players that we want in. They'll close that loop. We'll find another one. And after they close that one, we'll find another one.
Another one to do. Yeah.
Another one. As you always say, another one. And another one. So,
but Andrew and Bobby, I have a quick question for you, and I don't mean to cut you, Andrew.
Yeah, sure.
But these rules were there for all of us, right? And a lot of the other teams are operating within the rules. I mean, we all saw that there's a loophole that we have taken advantage of. We sort of have opened the eye of UEFA to it, and now they are trying to plug that loophole. But was that there for the benefit and the good of the football community in Europe, or was, the rules that were originally there, and are we just going around it? Or because I just want to know if we should glee in this way of finding loopholes in rules and taking advantage of it, and now that people are complaining.
Please, let me just, if I could answer, I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I understand FFP. I understand the principle behind it. I do. They're trying to create a level playing field and take football back to where you sort of grew your own players to establish your team. Whether those days is realistic to ever come back, you and I know it's not. But you and I know that even when FFP was put in place, the likes of PSG, Man City, they were busting up the rules left, right, and centre. PSG with that ridiculous mammoth deal they did with Mbappe, the purchase of so many players, including
Neymar, Messi.
Messi, who himself was on 1.2 million, is it a week even, at Barcelona before their own FA had to come and stop them. So we know it was, for want of a better word, bastardized right from the off. But what annoys me is that all this stuff is going on, and as soon as Chelsea intelligently use a loophole, it's like rich men know how to work the system. They sustain their riches, that they know how to play with tax in order, whatever taxes you put around, that it benefit them. It's finance. It's a simple finance. It's not law breaking. But what annoys me is the enthusiasm with which all these media people, the only reason they want to know the plan of Chelsea is to know how they can either imitate it or hurt the club or inhibit the club. And this is why the owners and the whole Chelsea team are playing a bit of cat and mouse. They don't want anybody to really know their full plans. Of course they don't. They'll be stupid to let these hawks have the details of what they're doing. And as I was saying, what really upsets me is the enthusiasm with which, as soon as Chelsea do anything to give themselves a little bit of leverage, they move quickly to block it.
And
Whereas
before I forgot, Bobby, I made a video yesterday saying that I am not gonna be surprised if the multi-club model that Chelsea are trying to bring is gonna be blocked. But now Manchester City got already like 100 clubs around the world. Red Bull Group got clubs in Africa, Asia, everywhere, South America. Many, even PSG got clubs. Many clubs got second clubs. But I'm sure that another regulation is going to happen now to say no, big clubs are not allowed anymore to buy clubs. But the one that already bought clubs got clubs. So
we'll keep it. If they don't, they'll make it so stringent that it wouldn't be worth the venture. You watch, because they prioritize anything that inhibits Chelsea, and anybody that falls foul of that is just collateral damage, because they know that if, for example, PSG, who have so many of their people in their board and their lawyers there with them, if they fall foul, they will bend the rules for their purpose. I think it's disgusting. I think it's dishonest. And I think that is damaging the integrity of football.
Yeah, that is for sure. Anybody that want to jump with another topic or just want to answer to the financial fair play or Chelsea multi-clubs thing, if it's going to even happen, we don't even know. We haven't even purchased any club. Victor, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, as soon as this deal went through and people started talking about how expensive Mudryk cost, and of course the noise started percolating about the fact that we had gone around the rules and we spread these things out, the contract out to 8 years, which is on, and I could hear all the negatives of why you shouldn't sign a player for 8 years. And then with time, I also heard, how are we even able to afford all these players? Because it wasn't only this one big buy we have had, but there was also others in the pipeline, and they were all costing that kind of money. So even I was like, where is this money coming from? Aren't we falling short of the financial fair play rules? So for me, the question still remains, like, is it something? I mean, I know that Bobby tried to answer it because of the enthusiasm. Is this something that the media hyped to the extent that it got into the doorstep of the UEFA as an entity, or is it something that?
They got influenced by the media, and all the ex-players on TV, pundits talking about it, and start trending on social media and all that. Boom. Okay, we're gonna change rules now because Chelsea are doing there's nothing illegal here. There is nothing wrong by giving people long contract and expand your cost. Nothing is completely legal. We just did it, and then here we go. Got punished.
But I mean, it's too. That's why I don't see the motives of these other, of the media, because when Chelsea succeed, it makes the Premier League become watchable, and everybody wants to know what is going on, because now it's even more competitive, and like all the 60.
You can't. It's naive to believe that. There are establishment clubs, and they do not want anybody else on the top. It's also financial reasons. If you
Bobby, sorry, I don't want to cut you, but you have some microphone issues. It's just begging and shaky. So can you double check your microphone, please?
Okay, just a minute. Can you hear me now?
No,
it's very staticky.
Still staticky.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I know what it is.
Okay, take your time and come back. Let me say hi to another brother here, Victor Baz manager, Mr. Messi's brother or whatever. So what's going on, brother? What do you have to say?
Hey, Janon, good evening. I just wanted to speak here with my fellow colleagues, Mr. Victor Ba, and Bobby.
Okay.
Wanted to ask them if they were aware of the Soccer IQ channel.
Soccer IQ channel. Have you heard of that? Anybody? The other channel we're trying to push. If you don't see us here, we are in the soccer channel. The link, I'm gonna share the link now because otherwise.
Can we call in? Can we call in like we call here too?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is there. Soccer IQ. So if you don't see us here, go subscribe there. Okay.
Can I answer the question I was answering?
Yes, sir. Finish.
You sound good now.
Yeah, I'll just finish really quickly. You see, the reality is that in this sort of competition, just like any other competition, everybody wants to be at the top. Mm-hmm. The prize of being at the top in football, I mean, football is such big money now. It's huge. And the clubs that have been at the top, they want to stay at the top. And when they find that there's another club coming to take over, of course they're going to feel threatened. And they will do anything they can to stop it, both foul and fair. Mm-hmm. And this is where we are. So the issue of sportsmanship per se goes out the window. And then they start getting foul in their play. You know, a lot of them have, media people that are out there that they can use to peddle stories, push their narratives. And it's very dangerous. We're in an age where information is used and weaponized to achieve objectives and agendas. It's in the wider political world. In fact, it's from the wider political world that the sporting world picked it up from. So that's what we're up against at Chelsea. All these clubs are, especially the establishment clubs, they're well into the media. They've got their foot in there, and you can see from the punditry. Mm-hmm. You're watching a game, and you look at all the pundits, Sky Sports. Who are they? Ex-Liverpool, ex-Man United, talking crap. You listen to the commentary. I can't even, if I'm watching football on TV, I switch off the commentary. I turn it down. I can't hear it. Yeah. Because it's always taking shots, especially if it's Chelsea. It's taking shots at Chelsea. All this is a machinery towards meeting their objectives. And this is why when they said, Chelsea are being smart, they're buying these players and they're stretching out the contracts so that they avoid FFP. They kicked off about this so much that UEFA had to respond. And then they reacted and did this. Meanwhile, when Barcelona were not paying players and exercising financial levers, which was mortgaging the club, everything against the principles of FFP, everybody said it's all right, it's not against the law.
And also another point here, when they tie people to like 1 billion release clause, that's kind of a slavery. Like, you're not going to leave. You're not going to go somewhere. So they're using some stuff there to lock those players and do some dodgy businesses. It's all legal. That's what Barcelona and Real Madrid been doing for years. So let's listen from...
Sorry, I'll just say this one thing and I'll keep my mouth shut. Let's be real here. All these things of buying a player from South America like Enzo Fernandez for about 10 million or less, and then put in a 127 million release clause. Think about it. Is that ethical? Really? Is that ethical? We're talking about financial fair play here. But everybody ignores it because it's not against the law. Let me tell you, if Chelsea did that, that would be stopped.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah. Mr. Messi's brother, you are from Barcelona. You support like 1,000 teams, Tottenham Hotspurs. Now you're going to be Leeds United. What is your opinion about what Chelsea are doing now? Like, what is your opinion from outside Chelsea giving people like 7 years contract? Are you there? Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
So it could have been Tottenham, it could have been United, it could have been Barcelona, Madrid, anybody, I think. Whoever would have done this, what they're doing with the 15, 20 years contracts, like, this is outrageous. This is, like I said yesterday on Soccer IQ, a quick plug to Soccer IQ. You guys can interact over there the same way you do here. Please go subscribe over there. That's not my channel. That is Mr. Ugg's future channel.
Yes, sir.
That's where we talked about this and more topics, Soccer IQ. I said yesterday that I think this is building a very dangerous precedent where, smaller clubs are going to want to do the same, and they're not going to have these big names. Like I said, small clubs are going to want to do the same thing. And let's say, Lord knows, who's at the bottom right now? Everton? Let's say Everton does something like this, where okay, yeah, we'll get a player for a 10-year contract, right? But look at this.
Less dangerous than financial levers. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you. See, he's listening to me. I like that. Everton. Let's say Everton tries to mimic this. Everton's going to the championship next year. There's no doubt about that. Are they really going to be able to pay a 10-year, 15, 30-year contract like Chelsea? Chelsea could do it, yes. I know there's not a problem, but the thing is, what if smaller clubs want to do this?
There is something in the Premier League called the parachute payment, where when you go to the championship and you still get the same money as you were getting in the Premier League. But that is another topic. It's a long story.
Correct.
That's not acceptable. That is not an acceptable argument, especially from a Barcelona fan. What are you saying? What if smaller clubs imitate Barcelona and exercise financial levers, mortgage their clubs, and then get relegated and go into complete liquidation?
That'd be impossible because they wouldn't have all these levers because nobody would invest in small clubs.
Really?
Like they did with Barcelona.
Really? There's always.
But in the Premier League, we touch the same money. We touch the same TV revenues. So still, you have investors. You have money the same.
Okay.
That is
the
different.
TV rights is true. Okay.
The TV right in the Premier League is saved, so you can sell a part of that and make some leverage.
Yeah, but
can I make a quick point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Andrew. Etsy.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing I see and how I look at it is that some of the strategies that they're using are quite dodgy, but I think a lot of it needs to be measured by the amount of success that you may get. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense you're going to be using all these levers if you're not winning anything or still dropping down the table. And where I see it different with Chelsea is because they've got a clear plan, they've got a project. And how I believe that this project is good because the type of players that we are getting to come into the club, they're getting access to the information about this project, and it's enticing them, it's making them very enthusiastic. They said about Enzo how much he wanted to come to the club and it made him crazy and so on and so forth. And I think all of these things will be measured by the amount of success we'll experience. And I can really see that we're traveling on the right trajectory because I just want to make, just quickly, there was another stream that I watched. I believe Bobby sometimes.
No plugging other channels.
No, I won't be plugging anybody else, but I'm just saying. But
is it acceptable to give players contracts and then tell them to take wage cuts and in some cases don't pay them? Why is all this being ignored?
That is true, but now that is up to the player himself if he wants to take that any further with any further legal and legal battles. That's not up to the federation.
Isn't it up to the player himself if he wants to sign a loan or a short contract? Why is UEFA getting involved? There's no argument to defend
if small clubs start to copy this, and they
small
end up
clubs
going
can
to
start to cut wages, can't they? If they feel they're drowning, they can suddenly tell players, "We're not paying you." It's not acceptable. Just admit it, and it's targeting Chelsea.
And I understand that. And also, before I forget, Mr. Messi's brother, there is something in those contracts that people don't know. Like there is you can get such kind of money when we qualify for the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, or if we are relegated to the Championship, the salary is going to be cut like, you're going to take 3 times less. So those contractors not like black or white. It's going to be this, and even if you get relegated and then you're going to pay the same money. It's divided in many, many other options and possibilities that can happen if we have a financial crisis around the world, and then we are obligated to cut, the salary on this and that. So I hope that you understand the structure. Yeah,
Mr. Oz, what Andrew is actually saying is that there's a risk. I don't know if I don't want to speak for Andrew, but that is what I kind of detected from what he was saying. That there is a risk involved that is unknown to any of us.
That's
like
correct,
giving a
yes.
player a 7-year contract in this league, and how fast paced and how injury prone and how maybe unsuccessful. You don't know. This is really up in the air.
Yeah,
and
there's
so
a risk for us as well.
Yes,
That's right.
and it's a risk for us. We are not considering the risk that lies in these signings that we are making. We haven't considered that at all. We are excited to get the players. Fine. They are, first of all, have not been proven. We don't know how successful they will be in this league. And we all know this league has a way of tricking our minds, because we see the players doing very well. We see their reels, and we think they are the best in the world. What did we know from Caicedo? And then he came to the club and we realized that he wasn't necessarily a good fit, and we are forcing him to be a good fit. But we paid it was a 5-year contract. He served 3 years already, and some people don't want him here already.
Can you see my point? My point here is quite simply this. Yes, there's a risk involved in an 8-year contract, a 7-year contract. Fine.
Correct.
I accept that it's realistic that there is a risk. And we chose to take that risk. Barcelona mortgaged their club, and they cut wages, and in some cases did not pay wages. Is there not a risk in financial livers? Why is it that UEFA got involved in Chelsea's risk and ignored Barcelona's risk? It is a bias.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I got you, Bobby. I just got you. Yeah, if the rules need to apply to pretty much everybody in the business, not always when Chelsea start knocking the door and then they figure out, when Chelsea
you guys have to put your shoes, take them out of this Chelsea fan shoes, put yourself in another shoes. If Everton, if Leeds United, who else is at the bottom? Not Leeds, but Fulham. What if they do this? 20 years, 30 years, 40-year contracts. What if they're in the 3rd division of the Premier League? Are they going to be able to pay out these contracts?
But that's what I said. They're going to be all.
Pay their players.
And
what if they take out financial livers?
And that's what I want to say.
The point is, UEFA needs to get involved. If they're getting involved with Chelsea, they need to get involved and stop Barcelona. But they won't do it. And that shows the bias. That's my point. So no matter how you explain it, just admit
need to be
it.
applied to everybody. According to Bobby, we need to be fair.
Simple.
If we have to, why you turn a blind eye on certain things that can also influence other small team? And again, I'm going to repeat to you, there is something in those contracts, like the contract that we are giving them is not going to be a fixed salary of we're going to pay you this and that, based on performance, based on the revenue, commercial revenues. And if we get relegated, you're going to get the salary, this kind of salary and all that. Everything is involved. They are smart, bro. Listen, you go to the 2nd division or 3rd division, the money is going to be the same. It's going to be in that level of the division you are at. So I don't think it's going to be any problem like, okay, so you sign an 8 years contract, 100K a week, you have to pay me even when we are in Europa League or Conference League. It doesn't happen that way, depending on the competition, depending on...
No, but don't you have to pay the play? I'm not really talking about the payment that the player has to receive. I'm talking about the payment that the other club has to receive from the player.
Yeah, that is a real risk, because you have to respect that. You have to pay the money.
Because the player obviously is going to get paid less.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the other club.
You're talking about the other club. You own them money. You sign for it.
Correct. They don't care if you're in the 4th, 5th, 1st.
Yeah.
Super
The
League, they
add-ons
want to
only
be
go
paid.
to the other club in the form of a bonus, like the add-ons we got from Real Madrid for selling Eden Hazard could only be activated when they won their league and
the
when they
Champions
won
League.
the Champions League.
Yeah.
So there's nothing there. Look, there's nothing that can defend the way they're attacking Chelsea. Nothing. It's wrong. Just admit it's wrong.
Can we do a poll here? Let's interact with the fans here, with the callers, with the viewers.
Doesn't matter because they can all gang up on Chelsea. They're all ganging up on Chelsea. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
1 million people can all admit to the wrong thing.
Yeah, popular opinion doesn't mean always they are
No,
right.
but I just want to see what the people think. It's not really whether we're right or wrong. I just want to see what the people think. But question for you, Bobby.
Yes.
You say that it's because it's Chelsea, right?
Yes.
Can I ask you, why would Chelsea be attacked? What has Chelsea done in their history? Why Chelsea? Why do you think Chelsea?
Jealousy, threat. They fear the strengthening of this club. They know this club is a super club, a strong club, financially stable. It's envy and the threat, the desire to crush something that's going to come and overtake you.
Don't you think they would have done that to City, though? Because City came out of nowhere maybe a decade ago.
City found a lot of loopholes. They are owned by a country. They always find a way to get away.
And they have a lot of people in these.
A lot of people in those organizations already.
Just like PSG.
Yeah. You know.
And they fund these establishments. You know, that when you've got the country of Kuwait funding you will tend to do what they want.
Yeah, look at even the president, the FIFA president now. He lives in Qatar. You know, he get a mansion there, free stuff, and he travel in private jet and all that. It's a lot of stuff. The president, the PSG president, he's in the UEFA committee. Like, I don't know how many people there, but he's there. Do you think that he's gonna vote anything against the PSG? Because it's a lot of money, a lot of stuff involved in there. So I'm telling you, bro, it's not only what we see as, they are doing justice to, no, there's no justice here. It's always,
that's why I'm so upset. It is corrupt. It is corrupt. And I'm very passionate about it because it's wrong. There's no poll. You put a poll out there, all these Tottenham fans and Arsenal fans, of course they're going to say there's no, because they don't want
everybody
Chelsea
is gonna say Chelsea are wrong. If you look even at the videos that other people are making, it's just to criticize Chelsea. Somebody need to stop Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. Look at those titles and all that. They don't understand us. But listen, we shall...
I believe it's just jealousy because, as it was mentioned before, what is it? 20 years of Roman Abramovic and 19 trophies. I don't believe there's any other club in the Premier League that can boast such a resume such as that. And from I've been supporting them, we've always been targeted. So I don't let it bother me anymore. Because the more they target us, it's the stronger we get.
Yeah, before it used to be oil money, Russian, blah blah blah. Now that we are owned by Americans, they just try to find something else to say because before it was like, okay, Americans' money or other countries' money is clean one, right? So you, Chelsea, you got oil money from Abramovich. Well, now what are you going to accuse us of? Because even the Cronkies or, let's say the Glazers, they are from America and they spend money. That's not a problem. If they don't want to spend their money and we want to spend our money, where is the problem? Where is the problem? So Matt is in the house. Mason Mount need to move to to us now, according to him. Matt, nice to see you.
Big up, Bogs. Big up, everyone.
Big up, man. Big up.
Good evening,
2 years ago, Frank Lampard got sacked in this club. I think one of the biggest, I think a big move that we do. I think was one of the biggest positive things we've ever done at this club. I don't ever think he's a managerial level at the moment. I see all these fans coming out, they're saying, "Oh, I miss Lampard." Blah blah blah. Well, go support Everton. Go support a relegating club because he nearly got them relegated twice. So I just want to come on and say I respect Frank Lampard as a player, as a manager. I highly don't. But I hope he has a good career, man. Maybe one day in the future, maybe 10, 15 years, he come back and become a director or something, or a coach, not a manager. I don't think he's at that level to become a manager. But, Mason Mount to Arsenal. Here we go. Come on, let's get that done, yeah? Let's get that done.
All right, so, I don't see any context behind everything you say, like the budget, the injuries, and all that. But we're not going to get there. It's black or white, no context behind it. But it's okay. Yeah, Lampard is good. So Mason Mount, you want to send him where? To Arsenal or to the Championship?
You can send him. Hang on. So wait, everyone. Hang on.
Yeah, you are twice in the.
He wants to send them to the Europa League. You know what I mean?
Sorry. They for him better. Send him to whoever is not in a Chelsea shirt. I wouldn't care. I mean, wow. I think people are gonna sit here and go, "Oh, I don't want to send him to Liverpool." Blah blah. I've always said I think he's an average player. Maybe on the club he become that generational talent, and that's great. But I think at Chelsea he's never gonna have a big career here because I don't think we use him properly. Same with someone like Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz is an exceptional, talented player, but I don't think he'll ever succeed at Chelsea because he's been here 4 years and we haven't executed his performances to his highest level. So I'll get rid of all the attack. I think Ziyech as well, someone who needs to go. Pulisic, so it's not biased. It's consistency. Everyone needs to go in the attack. Midfield, Augs. You know how much I love Jorginho, but he needs to go. He's done. He's finished. So we start moving on these players and getting new players because that's how a process works.
How sure are you that everybody we're gonna get is gonna be 100%? Like if we get somebody, do you rate that Mudryk guy, Noni?
I think he's a great player, but he's just injury prone. I personally would not have signed him, but I wasn't going to get upset if we did. I think he's still a great player. Just that injury is a concern. But like someone like Nkunku in August, I think Nkunku automatically takes over Mount's position instantly. And if he doesn't, then it demands on what position we play. If we play a 4-3-3 with 8, yeah, all right, I'll maybe keep him out. But we don't even play with 8. We play more with wingers. So I'd rather keep a Ziyech or maybe even a Pulisic because I know they can play that position. Maybe not well, but they can at least play it. Mason Mount can't play that position. So it comes down to depth as well. So you talk about depth, I would rather keep the players who suit the position. Like Sterling, I'd rather keep with Sterling because he can play as a winger. He's proved it. He's a proven winger. That's a proven winger. Mason Mount hasn't proven anything because he hasn't, in quotations, played in his natural position yet. But his natural position isn't what we play at Chelsea. So why should we keep a player who doesn't fit the system? So with Gallagher. Gallagher's a great player. He showed that at Crystal Palace, but he doesn't fit the system. I think Chelsea's too hard for him. Another player that needs to go. It's just maybe too hard. It doesn't fit the system. Send him back to Palace. Get 30 million for him. He'll bang it out there.
All right, that's too much to take at once. But let's see what's gonna happen. Do you think we might sell some players in this window, or do we have to wait until summer or something?
I don't think we will. I think we're quite stupid in that sense of getting rid of players. We always have been. We've always been very slow, fatigued. We've never kind of jumped the gun. I think the only player who we kind of gone, all right, let's sell him is Timo Werner. And I think because that's Timo Werner kind of pushed himself out because he knew he wasn't good enough for this club. I think Timo Werner is a player who worked very hard for this club, but was just never good enough. Same with Hudson-Odoi. I think Hudson-Odoi is another player who worked very, very hard, but he just wasn't good enough. So I think it's the same thing with Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. I think these players, I don't think they work hard at all. And I don't see the mentality staying at Chelsea. But we need to get rid of players as soon as possible. And answer that question, I don't think we get rid of anyone this window. I think genuinely maybe the only player we get rid of is like a Loftus-Cheek. Maybe, which is somewhat of a star, but we should be getting rid of nearly everyone in this window. And 25 days in, we haven't got rid of anyone. People go, but it's hard to sell players, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you start putting them on the market, teams will come in and buy. Every team wanted Ziyech on deadline day. So you can't tell me no one wanted Ziyech. Players want Ziyech. Players will take Gallagher.
We can't play the tea ladies and the coaching staff. It's not like we're flush with players, and not everybody has the luxury of having world beaters in the entire squad like the Barcelona of 2008. Some of these players can't just kick them out and then replace
plus
them.
we've got 12 injuries as well, so we've got quite a few players.
I think that's a bit unrealistic. You can't just
You can, Bobby, you can always start putting them on the market. You can start getting them sold. You can start the process. They don't get sold in one day. You know that. So I'm not, don't need some January. Not everyone in January, but come August.
And replace for who?
I would rather Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, we have 12 injuries at the moment.
I would rather
Hakim Ziyech is the only creative player that we have now that can create magic. So I don't know if we should.
Is it Mount creator, Oaks? Is it Mount the creator?
No, I'm not talking about Mount. Yeah, I mean,
but I'm saying I would rather start Chukwuemeka week in week out till August than start Mason Mount. Because I think he shows more. And as I said, with Mudryk coming in, Mudryk's in, Mudryk is in, Felix is in, right? We have some
kid. He's going to make mistakes. The one mistake he's made already, the fan base wanted to cut him short.
Of course they did, because they. But Bobby, that's the fan base. We have one of the worst fan bases in this club because we overhype these English talents. And I've always said we need to start humbling these players. Someone like Chukwuemeka, I won't start him. Like I'm obviously being realistic. I won't start him every single game, but I will start him consistently and then drop him when games to show that hang on, this guy's not a top level player. Mikel Arteta did that to Saka. And I give massive props to Mikel Arteta. Because what Mikel Arteta said, and he said, I don't know if you're watching Bobby when I was talking about it yesterday, when I said Mikel Arteta said to Saka that English hype, that get them to a high level and expectation that they'll never reach. So Mikel Arteta tried to kind of humble Saka and say, Saka, don't listen to these pundits, don't listen to the fans. You probably will never become the top level player.
To the DJ.
With your ability. And that's what we need to do with our players as well. We need to say, you become the best of your ability, not and give this false narrative like we did to Mason Mount. We get this false, facade to Mason Mount that, he'll become the next Frank Lampard, blah, blah, blah. And I think it ruined his career. I really think it ruined his career because he...
How old is he?
Mount, 24.
Already.
He's not a little boy anymore. He's old now. He's part of the big boys. So he's an old man now. He's old. He's a man. So he should be showing something new. But I've always said I think he's an average player. And during that Champions League run, I think he had a great run. But I don't think it was anything special. I give credit to that manager, for kind of winning us the league. Jorginho won Player of the Year. UEFA Player of the Year, and they still didn't give him the respect, for it. They gave Mount all the respect, but not Jorginho. So I don't understand this fan base whatsoever, really. But and then they vote for Mason Mount to win Player of the Year when you got players like Silva, Rory Jennings, Rudiger who played 6-7 times better. So it's just I think double standards with the club Mason Mount. I think he'll never reach the level that everyone pursued that he will, and I think he's an average player. So I will go sell him. If it's in Jan or if it's in August, as soon as possible, I'll get rid of him. He's the first player that I will get rid of if I had to choose.
He's 24 years old now. Do you think he's reached his peak yet?
No.
Yes. He'll never get any better. He's played at the highest level of football. He's no more pressure. He's received the pressure. He's a man now, right? 24 years old. I should see him improving, but he's not improving. He's declining.
But
people try to use.
Do you think the system kind of affected him? Because for years you're playing somebody from the, as a winger or false nine or false inverted winger or whatever, never played like his natural position. Don't you think that the position can make somebody average or world class? Look at Rudiger, how he was good, 3 at the back, and then he went to Real Madrid. Now he's on the bench most of the time because he can't really cope with 4 at the back. Don't you think that the system also can improve?
Yeah, I know what I mean. Kind of dictate the play. Hang on, I'll answer August and then you guys go because I always get this question, August, and I always say it's simple as adding 1 + 1 because Mason Mount is an 8, as you guys proclaim. We don't play with 8s. If he was good enough, we would build a team around him, but he's not good enough. No manager ever built a team around him because they use him out of position. Why? Because he wasn't good enough to build around. Now, this is my point. You go to a team where you fit the system. If you don't fit the system, leave. Timo Werner was a perfect example. He knew he didn't fit the system. He knew he wasn't good enough for the club. So what did he do? He stood up and he left. Same with Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi was being played out of position, left, right, center. What did Hudson-Odoi do? He left because he knew he wasn't good enough to start in his natural position. So if you're good enough to start in a natural position, the manager will start you. You think Lionel Messi played right wing back? No, because he was always good enough to be played around. You think, I'll use a bit of a lower play. You think like someone like De Bruyne is being played out of position? No, because he's good enough to be played around what he likes. Mason Mount isn't good enough to be played around what he likes. You don't have, if you're going to say that about Mason Mount, have the same consistency for Hudson-Odoi, because Hudson-Odoi was not good enough to play this team. He was not good enough to play around him. So what did he do? He left because he was being played out of position. Same with Loftus-Cheek as well. Loftus-Cheek is an average player, but he will not play around his system. So he's leaving. He should leave because he doesn't fit the system. We don't play around him.
Can I respond to that? It's just why I would disagree with you there is because all right, I can see with Hudson-Odoi because I believe his injury caused him to kind of regress in his development. He was somewhat worried of it reoccurring again. You mentioned Kevin De Bruyne. He plays in his natural position. So therefore, he's given that opportunity to develop his skills, his skill set within that position. Mason Mount hasn't been afforded that because he's playing a plethora of positions. He's playing a number of different positions. And there's a saying, a jack of all trade and master of none. If you're required to work or play in a number of different positions, you're not given that time and opportunity to focus on the one that you're used to and develop that skill set, to improve it, to let it go up. That's how I see it. So I think the club itself, they're partly responsible to his regression. I think they need to just take him out and allow him to maybe focus his mind, give him some time to, work on that position, his specialized position, to develop his skill set.
But why was he never in that natural position? I want to ask you that.
Well,
why was he never
because
playing
the manager comes with a philosophy, and you have to follow the manager's philosophy. I don't think he was going to even if Mason Mount was De Bruyne or he was Messi or something. I don't think they were going to just change the philosophy just for him, because that worked for the entire team. Like when Thomas Tuchel came up with the 3 at the back, I don't think he was going to play with number 8 just because of Mason Mount. I don't know, but that's
spot on. You said it. You're spot on. We're not going to play with 8 because Mason Mount's not good enough. Thomas Tuchel came in and played a team around Reece James and Ben Chilwell. Why? Because they were our best creators. So they played a team where we can suit Reece James and Chilwell. We didn't. Everyone came in and played. The attack's not good enough. When we had Reece James and Chilwell on the wing backs, but we still won games. Why? Because Reece James and Chilwell would carry our team to a high level. We're not playing a system around Mason Mount. We're not playing him as an 8 because he's just not good enough. So you said it there, Augs. A manager's not going to come and change a philosophy for an average player. If this was, as I said, if this was Lionel Messi, if he's a centre back and he's been playing a striker, as soon as they get to the club, he'll play him in his natural position. The manager will play him in his natural position. Mason Mount is not good enough to be played around.
All right.
Question.
We're gonna structure
my latest tweet.
Sorry, we're gonna structure this thing a little bit because I have to leave also to take people to dinner, and we're gonna be back here. So we're gonna structure it a little bit. Let's go, Mr. Messi's brother. Have your say about Mason Mount from outside Chelsea. What do you think about Mason Mount if you know him? Your last.
I think he's overrated.
Your last tweet. You think he's overrated? What do you say?
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I think he's overrated.
He's overrated. He's not good enough. He need to leave Chelsea, right? Yeah, we can't hear you.
Overrated too, so I think he fits there perfectly.
He fit what?
I was saying he's overrated too. I think he fits there perfectly.
Yeah, you have some microphone issues, so we're gonna go and
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was saying Chelsea's overrated too, and I think he fits there perfectly.
They fit Chelsea perfectly because Chelsea also are overrated. Oh, why?
Correct.
That is
one last question. One last question before I leave. I wanted to ask you if you saw the tweet I mentioned you in.
You
just now.
Mentioned me, but I can't find the tweet because there are certain people that I don't really follow because there are a lot of BS. So there are certain people that are already blocked because of a lot of agendas. Yeah, that's what I do. If all the time you just bring nonsense, I just mute you and I don't see your.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I do, bro. I just try to stay away from narrative copy paste. So what is the message you wanted to say here?
Oh, it's just basically a retweet from Fabrizio Romano.
Okay.
Saying that the thing is, if I leave, I can't read it because it's going to take me out. But
just basically what he said.
Oh, that Chelsea's not worried about no FFP. They don't care about anything. They do what they got to do. They're not too hurt about it like their fans here on the call right now.
Oh, okay.
Like Mr. Bobby. Bobby smokes signals.
We don't care, but they're going to find always a way to fine us or ban us for 2 windows or something. But listen, if we get Enzo Fernandez and we get Moises Caicedo and they ban us for 2 windows, I don't care. Take the ban.
No, that's too many midfielders. You guys have way too many midfielders. I don't know what
we're going to sell some. We're going to sell some of them. So don't worry about us. Worry about your economical leverage or whatever it's called. Or Shakira buying Barcelona. That's what you have to care about. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please follow, subscribe, Soccer IQ. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. We're going to try to conclude this show very quickly. Let people go and take some rest and come back here tomorrow morning. Let's start by Matt. Matt, what do you think about what is going to happen in the late days of the transfer window? What is realistic for Chelsea to get here?
Let's hope for Galagusto. That guy's an absolutely class player. Reece James Mirror.
Malo Gusto, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Malo Gusto.
Did I say Malo?
Yeah.
I said Gala. I'm talking about the actor, I think.
Malo Gusto.
Malo Gusto, yeah, absolute class player. I wouldn't mind a Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez. I think, we have to overpay for one. I wouldn't like to overpay, but again, I don't care. It's not my money. I just don't break the FFP rules. But I want end of August. I want to ensure maybe we get both of them. I think both of them are great players. But let's say realistically, I think a Galagusto comes, and I think a midfielder has to come. We've got 5 days left. I think Galagusto gets done tonight, and let's hope for a midfielder. And we got to make sure when these players come in, we have to start getting rid of players, or we wouldn't be allowed to register the players like Barcelona were last season. So let's start making sure we kind of cycle players in, cycle players out. So let's hope that happens. And man, this is just the start of Chelsea, but we've hit rock bottom for a little bit, but now I'm back on the incline. So we're coming back.
All right, so plug yourself, Matt. Matt got a YouTube channel. If you wanna go there for great discussion, just the way we do it here, he's gonna open the phone for you. And do you have any stream planned for tomorrow morning or something?
I just did 2 streams yesterday, the day before. I won't be live till next Monday. Because obviously I work at night, so I can't stream at times. So yeah, back next Monday. It's the @ on the screen.
Yeah.
So try to stream 2 times a week. And yeah, if you want raw, unfiltered, whatever I say, streams.
Bring your agenda about everything.
I say whatever the hell I want. I don't care. It's unfiltered. I don't care what I say whatever the hell I want.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for helping, brother. That is a lot of sacrifice from Australia. And much appreciate your help as always, my brother. Thank you so much.
Big up.
Enjoy
your dinner.
Big up, man. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go. Mr. King, where are you right now? Are you in Lagos or are you in Italy? I don't know. Yeah.
I'm in Augusta, Georgia.
What? Say it again.
Augusta, Georgia. Georgia.
Alberta, Georgia here. Yeah.
Augusta, Georgia, beside Atlanta, 2 hours from Atlanta.
I know Alberta. I've been there. I've been in Savannah, Alberta, and also Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, I know that area, man. That's my neighborhood.
I said Augusta, Georgia.
All right.
I'm 2 hours from Atlanta.
Yeah. All right, my brother. What do you have to say? What is realistic for Chelsea? What is your wish? Like
my wish?
Yeah, Santa Claus to bring before the end of this window. What are we gonna do?
Find them all. If we can get all these crops that are not good, if we can get rid of them, get rid of them. I'm tired of seeing Jorginho playing back sideways, back to the distance. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of, if we can even get a replacement for Mason Mount, I'm down for it. Because one, Mason Mount has not proved to me why he deserves a 300,000 a week.
Well, the 300 whatever, 300K a week. I think it's made up because people hate him, so they want to put some numbers out there so they can find something to hit him with. But we are giving salary now based on performance. So yeah, but hey, you feel free to believe on whatever you want to believe. So you want Manson out, you want Jorginho Frello out, and
Jorginho.
and you want also Aubameyang to stay, or what? What are we gonna do with the number 9? Do you think we should get somebody?
We need a squad player. We need someone like a squad player, like a leader in that number 9. Even though I know Aubameyang is not banging in the goals, but I can still put in Aubameyang in there because he's good against all these small teams, like maybe like Fulham, all these little teams that you can score goals. Aubameyang is good with that. Just leave him as a rotational player.
Okay, so he's gonna stay. All right, do you have anything to add, my brother? No?
I'm just going with the ride with Chelsea like you told me to do. I've given up hope this season. If we make top 4,
it's just a bonus.
I'll yell Harry Potter. But you know my concern with the coach, and you know my concern with some of these players. They've broken all Chelsea fans. They've broken us. We can't. That's why there's disagreement in the fan base, who to play and who to not play.
Yeah, so be happy because we might just do it and go and win the Champions League. That is gonna be something very, very important. Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz King, and I'll see you tomorrow morning or some other times, brother. Take care of your family and everybody around you. Thank you so much. Mr. Tanish also is from Australia. Thank you so much for sacrificing your time here always to help the channel. Much appreciated. You don't have to skip work for the show, man. We always have so many shows depending on my schedule at home. So Bobby, are you still there? Say goodbye to people, my brother, and give us the last word for the show. And
yeah, I'm here. I gave my passionate plea about the attacks on Chelsea, and I'll continue to do that till at least it subsides. I don't know if it'll ever stop, but it can be reduced with awareness. In terms of the transfer window, what I'm looking at realistically, I can see Malo Gusta getting done. Right. There's something I'm reading, and I can say it's just reading. I don't know if it's true, but it seems likely. And if it's true that Brighton have slapped a 100 million price tag on Caicedo, I can see between him and Enzo that Enzo will be done ahead of him. The reason being is that there are several midfielders that can do what he does, and very few that can do what Enzo does. And it's sad. That might scupper the deal. We might end up looking towards Onana instead, who I believe should be cheaper.
Yeah, he's a very, before I forget, he's a very good player. But do you think that Everton struggling for relegation now, they're going to accept to sell one of their assets that can potentially keep them in the Premier League?
It's not likely, but what's their financial position like? I don't know.
They want to sell the club. They are looking for somebody to buy it.
Okay, that's another confusion. And also, would they want to sell in order to buy a striker? I don't know. It's worth a try. A try. You know, if not, then we'll end up with hopefully Enzo, and then it means that our midfielders can't go. And we can't get in that sort of physical person until the summer. But Gustav and Enzo would be, it's realistic, and it would be a good deal to do. Caicedo as well, but look, that 100 million is it's going to put off the club. It'll put off anybody.
That's right. Bobby, thank you so much for your sacrifice, my brother. Go and take some rest, and I will see you tomorrow. Love and peace to the family, bro.
Bless you. Thanks.
Bless you, man. All right. Etsy, my brother Andrew, conclude the show so I can take my Blue Army to dinner.
All right, sir. Yeah, more or less, I'm just echoing what Bobby just said. That to get that Milo Gusto and Enzo Fernandez over the line. You know, I'm prepared to wait for Caicedo because I just believe that Enzo will transform the midfield if he comes in. I just believe that, you know, the trajectory that we're on, the only way forward is up, and we're just going to go from strength to strength after this window. So I've got complete faith in the owners, complete faith in the project, and I'm sure it's going to be something that we're all going to be very happy with. So basically that's it. Just one more thing I just want to plug.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, all the listeners, please subscribe to Soccer IQ.
Yes, sir.
You're getting the same great content by the same great person. And I wish you a very pleasant evening. Have a lovely evening with your Blue Army.
Yes,
and
sir.
hopefully one day we'll see one of your members of the Blue Army playing in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
especially the girl one. They love Chelsea girls, so she's all over Chelsea girls, and she doesn't want me to talk about Jorginho. I'll be in big trouble if you touch Jorginho number 5. You are in big trouble. So sorry.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's you can't touch Jorginho in my house, bro.
I won't mention his name then. Okay.
Yeah. You are in big trouble with Jorginho. So thank you so much, my brother, for helping. And I will see you when you have time. Take care, man. Thank you.
Take care. That's one.
All right, people. So Mr. Sani, I'm sorry, but I have to go because I'm already very late. Somebody is showing me the clock. It's already time. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to put you through. But come back next time, my brother. Put your notification on, and this channel is for the people, but I'm going to have to do my duties. So thank you so much for stopping, but I can't put you through. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. And on your way out, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Go and subscribe to Soccer IQ. The link is in the description down below. Matt channel is going to be in the description down below. Here, we don't have any egos. We promote everybody. If you have your channel or whatever, no problem. Free of charge. No egos, no jealousy, no nothing. This is the channel for the people. And I made a video on the Green Turf also. Green Turf YouTube channel. If you want to give it a look. And yeah, we don't have to agree on everything, but we just have to respect each other. That's what football is all about. Blessings, my friends, and I'll see you next time.